On today's Arizona Daily Mix, happy National Dog Day. And you're looking at the dogs of our CW7 staff. Whoa, slow down, people. So there goes Chewy, Bella, and Snoop, and Milo and Mia, Peanut, and Louie, Pepper, and Arnold, and so much more. We're gonna be, of course, all morning long, dedicated to our favorite furry friends. There goes my guys, Biscuit and Ralphie. I love them. Fall break is around the corner, and we'll show you the top camping essentials for your next outdoor adventure. Plus, we'll take you to the oldest business on Mill Avenue and see why it's still thriving. We've got that and a lot more, and it all starts right now. Hello and welcome to the Arizona Daily Mix. Those pictures are not the same level as my coffee fix right now. Hey, I'm Brad Perry. Thank you so much for joining us. Teresa is at a place that says a slice of pizza can help in many ways. Good morning, Miss Teresa.
Good morning. I think the box says it all. Eat pizza, save puppies. Here at Pizza to the Rescue, 25% of all the proceeds from this delicious pizza go to save the puppies at the animal shelter, which is just 2 doors down. So I'm told later this morning we're going to have puppies, and right there in that pizza oven, there's going to be what I'm told by one very famous chef is the best pizza in the city. That's what I was told.
I like it. I can't wait to find out about that. So it looks so good. So, hey, listen, I do have to ask you, we both have pets. How were your pets yesterday? We are talking about our dogs and stuff. The storm, were you caught in that? Did you see any of that?
Oh, it was apocalyptic. My whole block is just downed leaves, branches, trees, puddles everywhere. I know a lot of people lost power. Cameraman Aaron, who's holding the camera right now, he lost power. There were 70-mile-an-hour winds at Sky Harbor. How was your house?
Actually, I came home to big dust and storm, and my cold plunge was dirty. I had to clean that off. But I do love that we have, and I think I'm going to call him our chief meteorologist, Michael Petrie, because he was texting everybody as he was heading home, showing the storm, showing what was going on. He was in the rough of it, just chasing the storm, So I think that's right there. But hopefully everyone's okay and a little cooler, humid. But Teresa will check back in with you about pizza in just a little bit, and we'll go from there. So
yeah, Brad. Hold on. This is a painful way to me to find out that I am not on Petrie's group chat.
Oh my goodness. Teresa.
Yeah.
Between me and you, kind of like don't want to be.
Hold on. Yeah. Really? Is it too early for me to start drinking? I feel so left out. Sad.
Never. All right, we'll come back to you. All right, let's, from making sure you are prepared for the elements to having the right gear for your morning routine, planning for your next camping trip can take time and money. Emily DeFazio from bestreviews.com is standing by with the top products that won't break the bank in today's expert shopper.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Best Reviews.
I'm Emily DeFazio, and it is time for your Fave 5. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a full-blown nature lover, we've got everything you need to take your camping trip from basic to brilliant. And we're starting with the tent that is turning heads on every campsite. This is the Gazelle T4 waterproof 4-person pop-up tent. Yes, pop-up means what you think. It sets up in under 90 seconds. That's faster than you can roast your first marshmallow. Mesh screens for airflow, a removable floor for easy cleaning, and a rainfly for surprise showers. This tent is your home away from home. And sleeping under the stars? Get ready to float on air with the Intex DuraBeam Pillow Rest Airbed. It's got a built-in pillow, FiberTech interior for support, and inflates in minutes. So comfy, you might just forget you're not in a hotel. Now let's talk campsite cuisine. The Coleman Triton 2-burner stove is a game changer. 2 adjustable burners and wind guards, and 22,000 BTUs of power. That's serious heat. You can pair it with cast iron skillet. It's pre-seasoned and ready to sizzle. Eggs, burgers, campfire desserts, you name it, this pan can take the heat from the stove, fire, or grill. And finally, say goodbye to itchy bites. The south to east mosquito head nets are made of ultrafine mesh and fit any hat to keep bugs out while keeping comfort in. You can hike, fish, or just chill without swatting every 2 seconds. So there you have it, your ultimate campsite setup. Nature is calling and you deserve to answer in comfort. For more on any of these products and other camping essentials, head to bestreviews.com. For now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Best Reviews owned by our parent company, Nexstar, and you can find more of the products and where to buy them on our website, cw7az.com.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Best Reviews.
All right, Mill Avenue has gone through a lot of changes, but Lotions and Potions was started in 1969 and still thrives as Mill Avenue's oldest business.
Lotions and Potions is a custom fragrance store where you can mix and match all these pure fragrance oils behind me in order to make your own fragrances that you can either wear as is, as pure oil, which is the most concentrated form of fragrance you can get, or you can use them to blend with all of our body care and then get like custom lotions and shower gels and shaving gels, sugar scrubs, and all that other fun stuff. We have over 640 different fragrance oils with more always coming, but with the option to blend, you have over millions of different options to choose from. The process of making your own fragrance oils honestly varies by the customer. So if you come in knowing what you want, that is phenomenal. Just let us know and we'll be happy to pull it for you right there and then. If you're kind of iffy and you know you want something floral or sweet or musky or woody or spicy, so on, you can let us know and we'll start pulling the top ones in that genre of scents. No idea what you want at all and you're super overwhelmed, it's no worries. We have a massive tester bar where you can smell around for a few minutes at your own leisure and find a few that you like and then bring those to us, and based off of that we can get a sense of what you like and start blending for you, and then together we'll come up with the perfect scent. The Lotions and Potions is not just a custom fragrance store and it's not just a lotion store, but we have plenty of other metaphysical, kitchen, party, and souvenir items that you can shop for while your friends are still being indecisive or while your products are being made. If you're looking to find out more about Lotions and Potions, you can find us on our website, lotionsandpotions.com, on any social media platform. Our handle is Lotions and Potions AZ, or you can stop by in store on Mill Avenue.
All right, later in the show, do you have an old American flags that are torn and worn? We'll show you how to properly retire them. But first, from Tubac to DC Ranch, we'll see why Elvira's opened up a second location in the Valley. DC Ranch is growing in a lot of different ways, and one way is with a restaurant called Elvira's. And Chef, this is very exciting because you have been in the Valley and around for how long now?
Yeah, over 15 years now. Yeah, so a long time. So obviously Ruben Roy, who we partnered with, has the famed Elvira's in Tubac, Arizona. So we partnered with him and we brought it up to DC Ranch, and it's kind of like his vision, his recipes, and it's actually his grandmother, who's Elvira. So back in 1927 when she started her restaurant. So it's been around since then, actually.
Yeah,
So.
but also you said, there you go, Tubac, which is a art community, because we looked through it, it's almost like a museum when I walk here, from the chandeliers to, I mean, the candles, the paintings, and everything.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Kind of puts you in that little environment, you know, like southern Mexico, and just, you know, with the great margaritas, the great food. It's kind of awesome.
All right, speaking of great food, what dish do we have down here?
So this is the famous mushrooms ajillo. So this is our mushrooms ajillo. We actually serve this in the molcajete. So this comes out of the oven, piping hot, sizzling. So it's just a great dish with mushrooms. It's got lots of umami flavor in there too, and we do the guajillo chili garlic butter with this too. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
okay.
and our house-made tortillas too. So we make everything in-house. This is the famous moles. So this is what Elvira's is all about. We do feature 7 different moles on the menu. So we have quite a different variety: almond, hazelnut. We also do a fruit mole too. So this is actually the mole negro. So this is the king of the moles. 37 ingredients in this dish. Takes forever to make. But we perfected the art. So this is, you got to come in, try this. So we serve ours with chicken, a little bit of escabeche, and then the gordita. And then we have some of the others. So we do quite a bit of shellfish too, especially with my background. I love seafood, I love shellfish. So we do a shrimp tamarindo that we grill right here too with some grilled pineapple and then our tamarindo sauce that we actually get south of the border too as well. So
Okay, down here.
oh, that's our Chilean sea bass. So Chilean sea bass, I mean, we can't do without it. I think it sells great. It sells great at our other concepts too, but I tell you, Chilean sea bass, the Veracruz style with that Veracruz sauce with all those olives, capers, peppers, the tomato base, it's amazing.
Okay, right here, what you were so proud when we brought these out. You're like, oh,
yeah.
that is like the signature plate, we can say in a way.
That is, it's right up there. So that's our corn truffle chicken enchiladas. So obviously a nice famed ingredient down south is the corn truffle. So we take that, we mix it, we slow cook it, we add some shiitake mushrooms, a bunch of other ingredients, and then our stewed chicken, and that's it. And then, you know, we make the tortillas in-house too as well with our salsa verde. So.
And this little dish here,
That's our molcajete. So one of our molcajetes, that's our flank steak molcajete, very, very popular on the menu too. You kind of get this big pot with the tortillas, you get the beans, the guac, you just kind of get in there and mix it all up, throw the jalapeno on there, the tortilla, it's an amazing dish.
All right, this all looks so delicious, but we got to talk cocktails. All right, first one down here really quick.
That's our espresso martini, so that's delicious. It's all the craze right now. So
this one here, colorful.
This is our old fashioned. So this is our Sonoran old fashioned that we use Eagle Rare in too. So I mean, we're on that trend with the old fashions here too as well.
Yeah, this one right here.
And this is our private label margarita. So Don Julio, we have a private label for Elvira's, and it's absolutely delicious. This is our Casa Azul margarita too with some dehydrated pineapple. It's refreshing. Yeah, our blueberry martini mojito right here too. So this is you know, again, a great martini.
Okay, let's talk about time that you're open, because is this more towards lunch or more towards dinner?
No, more towards dinner. So currently we're open from 4 to 10. So you can come check us out too. Check us out on the website, opentable.com too as well. So
reservations needed?
Oh yes, absolutely. So yeah, Unless you know a secret number, give me a call. I'll get you in.
I like that. All right, you got to check out the new restaurant right here in DC Ranch. Coming up, it's Labor Day weekend. Do you know what you'll be doing with your pets as you head out of town? We've got tips when we return after this.
Well, if you're thinking about traveling, a lot of you are going to want to bring I know you're going to want to bring your pets. You're going to want to bring your dogs and cats. And that's why we're here to talk about some things you should consider before taking your pet on a trip. Now, you've brought your very own doggie.
This is Romy. Sometimes, you know, we have a good caretaker at home, that so we don't have to travel too often with her. But when we do bring her along for sure.
These days, whenever I'm at the airport, I see so many pets.
Yeah, tons. Yeah, and predominantly they're walking around. They seem to me like to be mostly service animals.
Right.
Yeah. The thing about service animals, of course, bring your pet. The airlines are quite lenient there, but you do want to consider a few things for safety. Not only is your pet friendly around people, friendly around other pets, the state you'll be traveling to or internationally, make sure that you understand their rules and regulations. Health certificates are required by many states in the U.S. and international certificates are required overseas. That requires an examination by a veterinarian and actually a piece of paper you'll be traveling with to make sure you're safe. They're going to require them to be up to date on their vaccinations and a variety of other things to make sure they don't have a zoonotic or other diseases.
Well, I'm a cat person, and if you want to travel with a cat, what should you think about?
Well, cats, you want to make sure you have a great carrier for them. So you want to make sure you have a lockable cage. This is for our cats when we travel with them. Cats have a tendency to get a little skittish, a little more so than dogs perhaps. And if you open up that cage, they could bolt at any time. And so then what we do for our cats specifically, I was talking about this with you earlier, is we have air tags for them. So they have a soft collar that we got on Amazon, and we put air tags on them so we can see where they are. They're predominantly house cats, but should they get out, we want to have an idea of where they are.
That is such a smart idea, which I never would have thought of. Thank you. Now we have a couple of medications here.
Correct. And so if your dog is on fluconazole for valley fever or antibiotics for something they have going on or some GI distress, do not forget to bring your prescription medications. Prescription medicines can be a bit tricky to get if you're going to be in a state that's not your own.
Is that a foldable water bowl?
Right. You know, on an airplane, you get what you get. You know, and the travel's usually not that long, but if you're going to be traveling in a vehicle for extended periods of time, make sure you're taking breaks. They need to go to the bathroom, of course. Let them stretch your legs, hydrate them, give them a snack, give them an opportunity to relieve themselves. Hydrating is important, and so there's lots of different hiking. This is great for putting on your leash and bringing while you're hiking. Just pop it open and put a little bottle of water in there, and then they're ready to go.
Pets are creatures of habit, and you're taking them out of their element, whether on a plane, train, or automobile. What should you think about in terms of their well-being mentally?
Well, you know, it's hard to know what's going on in the minds of pets, but if the thing is, you want to make sure that if you're traveling with your pet, it's for their well-being as much as yours. If it's an overly stressful situation for them, you find that they don't handle the travel very well, it might be best to leave them behind. Find a quality caretaker with you here. If you don't have a relative, there are organizations or applications that provide that ability. Consult with your veterinarian about a potential stressful situation, and there is sedative medication you can provide that could temper them down so they're just not quite as anxious, and it's still safe to do.
Well, we're here in your surgical center, and obviously this is what you do. You've got 5 locations around the valley.
Correct.
What if you're on a trip with your pet and, you know, something bad happens? You have an emergency, an urgent situation, an accident, or they get sick. How do you know where to take them?
Yeah, that's a great question. If you're in a major metropolitan area, Phoenix, Chicago, Denver, there's going to be emergency or urgent care facilities located everywhere. Say you're somewhere rural, you're in the outskirts of Montana somewhere. What do you do?
Yeah.
If you've got cell service, there is, of course, the ability to do online stuff. So Dutch or other online telemedicine opportunities give you some peace of mind as to how urgent the care might be. But something to consider is if you are planning on going someplace far and wide and not going to have easy access to veterinary care, again, consider whether bringing your pet with you is the right thing to do.
Thank you so much. This was great information.
All right, coming up, the Winter Olympics are just a few months away, and we'll see the inspiring journey of one downhill skier next. And welcome to the second half of the Arizona Daily Mix. There's still much more to come on the show. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to stick around for it. Okay, listen, we still are several months out from the 2026 Winter Olympics, but the work for the athletes began long ago. And for one athlete in particular, her work got her to the Olympics, and then she had to start all over again. Andrew Martin from our sister station KTXL has a story about athletes that inspire.
Jackie Wiles is an alpine skier. She's used to going downhill fast. Her career has gone uphill from the time she was young, growing up here in Portland, Oregon, to the time when she qualified for her first Olympics. She's reached the pinnacle, even if that journey did come with some setbacks.
Hands a little bit further back. Yep. Oh yeah, smooth. Breathe, exhale at the top.
Most weekday mornings, you'll find Jackie Wiles at the gym.
Flex, don't just lift.
The encouragement and the adjustments come from Troy Harvey. He's been her trainer for the past 16 years. That's half her life.
I think the most impressive thing about Jackie is there's not a day that she's not in pain.
In 2014, Jackie Wiles was 21 years old. She was on the national team for the first time, and she qualified for her first Olympics in Sochi, Russia.
I was just bright-eyed and excited, taking it all in. It was a lot of new experiences.
It was a moment she'd been working towards since she was 2 years old. That's when she started skiing. She started racing at the age of 5.
I gravitated towards skiing because it's a sport unlike any other. The feelings that you can create are so unique. You really are out there going as fast as you're willing to commit to.
On February 3rd, 2018, Jackie Wiles was going fast in Germany at a World Cup race. That's when she fell hard. She'd had injuries in her career, but not like this. Multiple torn knee ligaments, a broken fibula, and perennial nerve damage. And the timing couldn't have been worse. It was just days before she was about to leave for her second Olympics.
It was emotionally, I think, more traumatizing than I realized.
My cell phone rings, And he just said, I'm Dr. So-and-so with the ski team, and I'm here with your daughter. And she wanted me to let you know she's okay.
You can still see the scars 7 years later. Jackie Wiles doesn't hide them. She didn't know it at the time, but she'd need 3 surgeries in 5 months.
Honestly, I never had a thought of wanting to give up. I knew that if I just kept working hard, I could get back to where I wanted.
During her recovery, she discovered another way to go fast.
Prop clear. I took a moment to realize, I can only ski race for so much longer, and I realized, I needed to find something else, a career that would excite me.
She's logged about 200 hours in the air.
She's a really strong person. She's probably the strongest I've ever met. She has goals, and she knows what she wants.
When I was 10, we went to the Olympics in Salt Lake, and that was the first time that I saw it on the world stage and realized that it was the sport that I could really pursue.
Jackie Wiles is as focused as an athlete can be. Those people close to her in her life say it's her mental makeup that drives her. Right now, she's working towards the upcoming Olympics in Italy. After that, even she doesn't know what's next. But I'm guessing, just like everything else in her life that she's been through, she'll figure it out. In Portland, Oregon, for Athletes Who Inspire, I'm Andrew Martin.
Wow, great story. Hey, did you know that there is a proper way to retire American flag? Here's how and where you can bring yours.
How do we properly retire a tattered U.S. flag? There's some law and regulation that are suggestions and some pretty strong wording there. First of all, find a place where you can take it, because that's the best way. Have it burned in an appropriate way, and that's the dignified way that the government and the U.S. and the veterans recommend. The proper way to fold a flag that you're going to retire is to not have any red showing. You can fold it in the classic 13 fold or just in a square. That's the best way to do it. A flag in the U.S. is considered a living thing that reminds us of our freedom, and it reminds us of what we fought for. So a typical ceremony, after you've got the flags, after you've made sure at least the first couple, at the very least, are folded in a respectful, dignified way, no red showing, and you're ready to burn them, then in our case, we do something much more formal. Typically, it starts with the Pledge of Allegiance. There are scripts that you can get online that describe the meaning of all the colors and all the designs on the U.S. flag. You can talk about several things in that. Only takes a few minutes. And that's kind of the memorial service for those flags that you're going to burn and then you're going to bury. We have a couple of boxes within the Phoenix Fire Department system. Honoring American Veterans has most of them spread out throughout the entire city. And since there aren't many organizations doing this anymore, there aren't a lot of places to drop them. But we're working on that. Mainly Paula, with Honoring American Veterans, is really doing the lion's share of work with her organization to gather these up from everywhere. There's thousands and thousands.
So Honoring America's Veterans is a 501c3 nonprofit, and all we do is create events that honor and recognize our military veterans. It's called the Tattered Flag Project, and it will be held on September 10th, and it will be a very respectful ceremony that will help us retire Old Glory with dignity. So right now, the window that we're collecting flags is from now through September 1st, but we're planning on doing this every year around 9/11. We just think that this is a perfect tie for that day. The reason that we're doing this as a veterans nonprofit is our men and women have served under the flag. We know the importance of rendering it, respecting it. We have honor guards and color guards that make sure that it's always presented in a fine, dignified way. We have drop boxes all over the valley. They are at 12 Spencer's locations. They're at the University of Phoenix. They're at SRP in the main lobby. They're here at historic Phoenix Fire Station 8. And they're also being conducted internally. We're partnering with all of those groups, and we're going to gather the flags. We have several hundred already, and retire them with dignity on 9/10. To find more information, go to honoringamericasveterans.org/tattered flag project.
We are celebrating National Dog Day here at Pizza to the Rescue on Indian School in 26. You're looking at Tiny. He's one of the puppies here. He's going to be adoptable as of this weekend. Stay tuned. More from Pizza to the Rescue when we come back with the ironically named Tiny. Here are some CW7 staff dogs in celebration of National Dog Day. You know, at the Arizona Daily Mix, we sure do love our dogs. Of course, Brad only loves one of his two dogs, and I'm not going to say which one. There's Ralphie and there's Biscuit. One's a good doggy, and the other one sometimes not so much. But he loves them both, and of course, we love all the doggies and the puppies. We are here at Pizza to the Rescue, Indian School in 26. Here is why I wanted to come here. I was interviewing a world-famous chef, and I asked him, where do you go when you want some good food? And he said, it's kind of weird, but I go to Pizza to the Rescue. I'm here with Hunter, the owner. We were talking about how incredible the pizza here is, and of course, you know, there's a mission. You raise money for shelter dogs. But first, tell me about the shelter next door, which is owned by your wife.
Yeah, so my wife founded Almost There Rescue about 13 years ago with a focus on taking in pregnant mama dogs from the local county shelters around Arizona.
Take a look at little Tiny. So Tiny's going to be available for adoption. He's one of the puppies. It's like 2 doors down. This is such a cool concept. How did it come to you to have a pizza joint where 25% of the proceeds go toward puppies?
We were just doing what we loved most, and that was making pizza and saving puppies. So I loved cooking and Italian food, and she loved rescuing dogs. So we kind of put our passions together and created this idea a few years ago and opened up last year.
Well, we have to talk about the food, because I would just assume a place like this, it's gimmicky. You come because there's puppies on the patio between 6 and 8 every night that you see behind me. But actually, the food is really special. And that chef told me that it was the best pizza that he'd had in Arizona. Now, if you can take a look at this pizza oven right here, this pizza oven came here on a ship from Italy.
Yeah, it took about a year to get. I actually called up this company. They're out of Naples in Italy, and asked them for this specific oven shape and this size, and the guy kind of laughed at me and said he had never made one so big in that shape before. So I think we have the only one in the States like it. But yeah, it took a while, but totally worth it.
Everything is made from scratch. The dough, the sauce, the pasta, everything.
Every single thing, yeah, every day.
Jocelyn was telling me about the happy. Listen, I don't want to disrupt Tiny over here because Tiny's being so cute. Jocelyn, tell me about happy hour here at Pizza to the Rescue.
So yeah, we have happy hour from 2 to 5 every single day because we're closed on Sundays. And we have $10 pizzas, $10 subs, $3 beers, and $6 well cocktails. So if you want a drink and a pizza, you know where to find us.
Also, of course, you get to play with the puppies, but if you have a dog and you want to take your dog out, is it BYOP?
BYOP, yeah. Our patio is very dog friendly, so bring your pup and have a pizza and a beverage.
You guys aren't open now. You open at 11 for lunch and you're open for dinner, but what's the vibe like when you're open out on the patio?
Oh, it's super fun, especially when the weather's nice, and I think tonight it'll be great. So we have trivia actually on Tuesdays, and it's usually crazy busy in here, so patios are a great vibe.
Is it dog-based trivia?
Some of the questions happen to be dog-based, and today is National Dog Day, so our trivia guy is pretty creative, so we'll see what he comes with.
Can you believe how chilled Tiny is being right now? We've been debating what kind of breed we think Tiny is. What are your thoughts, Hunter?
You know, he looks a lot like my dog. Maybe he's a Mastiff mix of some sort. That would be my bet. But he looks great.
So you guys place the puppies and the pregnant and the mamas after they have the puppy?
Yeah, absolutely. So the puppies get adopted out, and then the mama, and we do that to the tune of 500, 600, 700 dogs a year.
That's incredible. And now a pizza is about to go in the oven. I cannot wait to try this famous pizza. And also, you're feeding the people, but you're also taking care of the puppies. Pizza to the Rescue, Indian School and 26th Street, open for lunch, open for dinner, BYOP.
Yeah, BYOP, exactly.
And Tiny will be available, right, Jocelyn?
Yes, Tiny will be available this weekend. So if you want to come snag this little guy before he's gone, come on over this weekend and come see him.
Oh my God, look at this. I'm obsessed. I think he loves you, Jocelyn.
We love him too.
Well, we love you guys. Thank you so much for having us at Pizza to the Rescue. And to all the dogs out there, happy National Dog Day.
All right, see how dogs are helping students with special needs at school. That's next on the Arizona Daily Mix. Dogs and other animals can create a positive learning environment for students with special needs. See how one local nonprofit is bringing that philosophy to the Valley schools.
Positive Friendships started in 2014, but prior to that, in 2012, my son was diagnosed with autism, and he wasn't making progress in his exercises until I incorporated my French Bulldog Zoe into his exercises. And once I incorporated her into those, that's when I started to see progress. And because of the progress I saw with him, that's when I'm like, if it works so well with him, why wouldn't it work for other kids? And that's how Positive Friendships began. We are currently in probably 30 different schools all across Maricopa County, and we're in Tucson as well. But in addition to schools, we also visit at adult day programs, and we also go into early childhood intervention locations. So Positive Friendships not only works with dogs, but we're able to incorporate up to 13 different species. Now we don't have all 13 species at the time. I wish we did, but we don't. But currently we work with miniature horses. We have a potbelly pig, who's mine. We have a parrot. We have bearded dragons, ball pythons, tortoises. When Positive Friendships comes into a school, like at Hope Academy, the schools treat us as a special. So the kids have a set routine or set schedule, and they do an adaptive activity with the pet where we're working on some of their goals. We actually have a curriculum. We have a list of 10 core skills that we work on. Our goal is to help the students be successful and help the schools help the students reach their outcomes so that as a whole, everyone is successful. So if you noticed, whenever I'm giving them the dog treat, I'm holding with a flat hand. So that forces them to use their pincher fingers so that they have to now use their fine motor skills to pick up that dog treat and to place it in there. But to them, they're just grabbing the dog treat and putting it in. So we're very intentional with what we do because we want to make sure that it's helping them to reach their full potential at all times. When we partner with schools like Hope Academy, then we're able to see on a larger scale all of the different kids that are making that positive impact. And when you have staff that's really supportive to help and support, and they really get behind what you're doing, it just benefits the school, the students even more because they see that positive impact on everything. So when I can come into the classrooms and see the change, or I get messages from parents, it makes me feel good knowing that what I was experiencing with my son is now helping over 2,300 individuals across Maricopa County and in Tucson. You're focusing on the positive instead of focusing on the negative.
Having Positive Friendships join our team here at Hope Academy, The kids have grown, they know how to take care of the animals, be nice to the animals, and Positive Friendships has been a positive thing for our kids, and they've grown and they look forward to it every week.
Positive Friendships is actually a 96% volunteer-ran organization. So the more volunteers we have, the more kids we serve. So if someone has a pet that they say, wow, I think my pet can do that, I think they'd be great at that. They love kids, they are calm, reach out to us. We always need volunteers, but if you don't have a pet, we also have volunteer opportunities as well to help facilitate the activities. So Positive Friendships is a local 501c3. You can make those donations online through our website or on our website if some people prefer to mail a check. There's always the mailing address where they can do that as well. And we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram, and it's at Positive Friendships. And then you can also visit our website at www.positivefriendships.org.
All right, coming up, Mark Wahlberg is known for many talents on screen and off, but we'll check out his new restaurant in Vegas next.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored on behalf of Coinbase by A1 Broadcast.
Cybercrime and phishing are a critical problem, and now other online finances like crypto are under attack by criminals. Joining us today is cybersecurity expert Jeff Lungelhofer, Chief Information Security Officer at Coinbase, who is sharing some important information about keeping finances safe. Welcome.
Great to be here today.
What is cryptocurrency, and why should the average person care about it?
Now, the easiest way to think about cryptocurrency is it's digital money, right? It's going to let me pay you $20 for dinner last night. It's going to let me invest for my retirement. It's going to let me perhaps save for that big purchase that I've been thinking about. And I can do that with no banks, no middlemen, and often no fees. That really is a fundamental reboot of our financial system. It's about making money work for you, the consumer, for you, the small business owner, not just for big banks and big corporations. And it can do all that faster, easier, and more securely.
With scams, give us the basics for using crypto safely.
Yeah, well, the first thing is use a trusted platform, okay? I want you to use a company that you know, a company that you trust. When you're establishing your account with that company, I want you to turn on every security feature possible, like every single thing. Use a unique password. I want you to use the best forms of multi-factor authentication. And those things are going to really, really help keep you safe. Now, the most important thing to remember, and if you hear nothing else in this whole discussion here, please listen to this. If someone calls you on the phone and they want to talk to you about your financial accounts, if they text you, if they email you, hit you up on WhatsApp or Telegram, whatever, don't care, right? Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone, and then I want you to go to like mybank.com or mycryptocompany.com, whatever it is, get the number directly from that website. You call them. You initiate that outreach. If you follow that simple rule, that's going to keep you safe almost every time.
What does custody mean, and how does Coinbase's approach differ?
Yeah, so if you have $1 and you deposit it in a bank, I think most people don't realize that that bank is actually going to lend out about 90 cents on every dollar that you give them. They're making money with your money. At Coinbase, we do things very differently. If you deposit $100 of Bitcoin with Coinbase, we are going to hold $100 of Bitcoin for you in our secure digital vault. That is very different than you're going to get at any bank. It's very different than you're going to get at most crypto companies. And that's one of the reasons why Coinbase is the most trusted name in crypto.
Tell us what people should know who want to explore crypto but are worried about safety.
Educate, educate, educate. I want you to be as educated as you can about cryptocurrency. What is it? What are you buying? What are your goals? I want you to really learn about it so that you're educated as you embark on your crypto journey. Again, use a trusted platform like a Coinbase. And remember, if someone calls you, hang up the phone. Those are the most important things to keep in mind.
Where can we go for more information?
Yeah, head over to help.coinbase.com. We have a ton of articles there that will help educate you and help keep you safe as you start on your crypto journey.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you. Great to be here.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of Coinbase by A1 Broadcast.
All right, if you're getting away to Vegas for the long weekend, you have to check out the menu at Mark Wahlberg's Flecha Cantina.
Flecha Cantina is Mark Wahlberg's take on authentic Mexican cuisine. Flecha Cantina is a new, vibrant Mexican redefined, which is very unique, eclectic menu items that you really can find anywhere in Mexico, but we kind of make a little modern twist with fresh ingredients and a very unique and elegant way to put the dish in. We welcome you with a welcome margarita. So that's kind of something unique that we do. We actually have a lot of selection of appetizers. We have a unique goat cheese dish that we do here with a jalapeno reduction sweet sauce with pita bread. We also do authentic guacamole, and we actually have our own brand Flecha seasoning that we do for the guacamole. We also have a coconut shrimp that we're doing inside a live coconut that we cut to order. We actually do a really unique pork belly. So we dehydrate it and then bake it. We do fresh corn tortillas with a guajillo oil. This is one of our fajitas. This is our steak and shrimp. Here we have a shrimp taco. And then we have the bacon wrapped shrimp with a goat cheese jalapeno cream sauce. And then any side you like. Over here is one of the most popular items is the short rib. It's a foot long. And we cook it in Coca-Cola, so it's a very unique cooking process of it, and it melts in your mouth. It's very delicious. Our number one seller by far is our green enchiladas. It's a very unique green salsa that we have a little bit of a twist with it. I'm sure we're the only ones that add spinach to the sauce, and it's one of our most unique items that we have in the menu. So we serve breakfast 7 days a week. Monday through Saturday, we do lunch, brunch, and then on Sunday, we have a buffet, all you can eat. Selection. It's very high-end buffet style. We do chilaquiles is one of our most popular items here. So we do chilaquiles any way, any protein, red sauce, green sauce. Flecha Cantina has a great selection of drinks. This is one of our watermelon margaritas made with Flecha Azul. We also have a hibiscus, and then we have our number one seller, the Cadillac margarita. It gets Flecha Azul, obviously. It gets agave, lime, and a little twist of bitters and dehydrated lime. And to find out more about Flecha Cantina, log into flechacantina.com. Looking forward to seeing you soon.
This Thursday, on with the lights and strike up the band. It's go time for the Fiesta Bowl High School Football Showdown on CW7 Arizona. Our day starts with the Daily Mix Pep Rally live from Brophy Prep High School. Then we kick off the season with an epic matchup between Basha and Brophy Prep live Thursday evening at 6:30. It's high school football like you've never seen it, and it's all right here on the CW7 Arizona. And tomorrow on the show, a special guest stops by to kick off our high school football season. And Shahei is going to tell us about, of course, teen drivers and parents. Have a great day. See you back here tomorrow.
It's on the Arizona Daily Mix. We're paid for by Best Reviews and A1 Broadcast Coinbase.